welcome back to episode number 48 of our Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory career mode. We've got the January transfer window to quickly run through here. In the last episode, we discussed a couple of scenarios in terms of what we want to do in the transfer deadline day. One of those options was involving a Mulligan in a swap deal or recalling Galimuna and going on to bring maybe a couple of pre-contract agreement signing that will join us next season. I mean, recalling Galimuna, though, I believe he's doing quite well at Hull City now, given how the player is growing. He's gone up by +6 overall. He's now 72 rated, which is incredible. What I want to see, though, is where Hull City is in the championship, because I do want the player to have that promotion experience or maybe relegation battle experience. Let's see where Hull City are in the championship, or they're not in the top 6. So there's not going to be any potential playoffs or promotion experience for the player. They're not mid-table. Oh, wow. Hull City are in the bottom 3 in the championship, which again, it's good because the player is going to have that relegation battle experience, which as we found out in the championship, it can be really difficult. You know what? I think I would allow him to finish his loan spell there at Hull City until the end of the season, and he can come back to us next season, hopefully a much better player. He's now 72 rated, by the way, which is incredible. I do believe this player have got a big future here at Tranmere Rovers, but for now, we would allow him to complete that loan move. I think I would allow Mulligan to run out his contract here. If we can involve him on a swap deal, I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's pretty much looking like he will end up leaving on a free. We know Buckley will certainly get a new contract. I'm not worried about him because he's 20 years of age. There's still time to negotiate there, and Williams is gonna have to come down on that squad role demand. I'm not giving him a crucial or important role at 69 rated. That's just gonna come back to bite us next season if we do that. Patrick is retiring at the end of the season. McGee, we could give him a new contract to carry on as our third choice goalkeeper. Norman is also retiring at the end of the season. As it stands right now, we have got a couple of options that we could potentially sign on a pre-contract agreement. The first one being Lasse Gunther. I mean, we know we need a left back. That is one of the priority signings going into next season. 76 rated from Augsburg. I mean, to potentially get a starting left back on a free to join us next season, that is something I'm excited about. £6.5 million market value. The only conundrum right now is he's 76 rated, and as we know, as per the Road to Glory rules, we cannot sign a player higher than 75 rated in our first season. That means we will have to wait until such time where maybe we secure Premier League survival. If he's still running down his contract, we can go back for that deal. We've got a couple of options here for strikers. We have got Leon Ranos, and we've also got Fukuda. Both players, surprisingly, playing for the Augsburg B team, which, I mean, for a B team to have two excellent strikers like this, it's incredible. I mean, we've been quite lucky in the sense that Richard Kone haven't really picked up an injury in his 3 seasons here at Tranmere Rovers. Otherwise, especially this season, we could have struggled not having a decent enough backup. I mean, Fukudu, 76 rated, is he going to accept to be a squad rotation player? I'm not quite sure. Ranos, though, I think he will accept a squad rotation role here. So we could do one of these deals. That's the plan at the moment. But one signing that I want to try and sort out here is Callum Scanlon, who we could maybe be able to get on a loan-to-buy deal, actually. Exactly what we have done with Justin Davini, and that means we don't spend the money just yet. If he should come in, perform for us, we could potentially look to activate that clause to sign him at the end of the season. I mean, his finishing would need a little bit of work, 53 finishing, but the good thing about him is he can also play as a left back. He's a former Liverpool player, by the way, and who, again, returning back to a city that he knows quite well. This looks like a good deal for us. We've got other options here, the likes of Fabio Giallo, who is going to be a little bit more expensive. We've also got the likes of Emiku, and one of the reasons I don't want to go for Emiku, he's right-footed, and as we know, we've got high hopes for Galimuna, who's out on loan at the moment, similar type of player to Galimuna. So why bring in a player who will potentially not allow us to give Galimuna a lot more game time next season? So to bring in a left footer makes a lot more sense. Physically, he's good. Like I said, that's finishing would need a little bit of work, but let's see if we can get a loan deal. Yes, we can get a loan deal. So we will approach Stuttgart for a loan to buy here. We'll do a short-term loan, pay about 50% of his wages or so. Let's pay 50% of his wages and then look to do that deal permanent at the end of the season. That's only 7.5k that we will be paid in wages, so that's not bad at all. In terms of signing him on a permanent deal, how about just under his market value of £3 million? Oh my God, £3.1 million and a 1% sell-on clause. Now that is incredible. We will remove that sell-on clause and we will let's do £3 million again. I think we can get him for £3 million here, which would be an absolute bargain, by the way. Okay, let's do the £3.1 million. And I think there shouldn't be any issue with the player coming back to the Premier League, coming back to the city. He knows him quite well. I'm excited to get this deal done, you know. Here we go. Callum Scanlon joins us on loan from Stuttgart. Now, I'm not too sure whether that's Stuttgart's first team or again, whether it's the B team. There are so many teams in Germany that have got their B teams. It's exactly the same in Spain. You know, you see the likes of Barcelona B, Real Madrid B as well. It happens in Spain and as well as in Germany, but this looks like a really good deal for us. Like I said, the only potential downside to the player is his finishing, but with a little bit of training and we can improve that finishing ability, we could have ourselves a decent little white player. He's certainly not going to be a starter for us, but coming off the bench, I think he could make a difference from now until the end of the season. So a couple of transfer offers here for Aaron Humphries from Luton Town for £6 million. I will reject that one. And we have got Kumitio, £1.7 million. I mean, we know how important he's been for us ever since he made his way back into the first team. I actually did not see that offer for Caregive from Benfica. That is the sort of deal I would have considered, but I completely missed out on it. But 6 hours to go to the transfer deadline day. Can we get one or two more offers for deals that we could potentially consider? Is there enough time for some of those top rumors to go through there? I mean, Ealing Jr. to Chelsea from Villa. You've got Kudus to Tottenham from Liverpool. And you've got Chukwueze going the other way around from Tottenham to Crystal Palace. Some of the top deals, though, you have got Fagioli joining Brentford for £52 million. And you've got Roth joining Freiburg from Borussia Dortmund for £41 million there. Oh my goodness. Conte to West Ham for £119 million. Inacio to Bayern Munich. And of course, Rovella from Monaco there, joining AC Milan, I believe, for the final hour to go in the transfer deadline day. No outgoings, just the one incoming for us on a loan deal. Our next game against Chelsea, tough game coming up for us there in the FA Cup against Chelsea. We've got Newcastle in the league, we've got Nottingham Forest in the league, Brighton in the league, and Tottenham Hotspur away from home in the Premier League as well. Oh my goodness, some tough game coming up. And for our youth academy scouting, starting in Croatia, where we're scouting for midfielders. Petrovic, we will scout a little bit further. Wow, Ivkovic. We've already found some gems from Croatia already. I would actually recommend scouting in Croatia if you're looking for centre midfielders or centre defensive midfielders. This is the third or fourth player that we have found from this nation that looks really good. We will sign him into the academy. Anyone else? Let's see. Nope, not really. We will scout Petrovic further and we will get rid of the rest of them from Croatia. And in England, where we're continuing to scout for goalkeepers, Leo Bacon still keeps hold, still retains that excellent potential. The starting overall, we still need to get a little bit better. The likes of Theodore Carr, I will scout a little bit further as well, and maybe Declan Bond we will scout further. The rest of them we will get rid of. The Ivory Coast have been a little bit of a disappointment for us in this season's Youth Academy scouting. So far, we've only found one player that have made it into the academy, and it doesn't look like any of them is good enough to make it into the academy for another month here. But it looks like we will get rid of the rest of them, or all of them from the Ivory Coast, and hopefully the next month's one is a little bit better. Look at some of these players that we have signed from Croatia, by the way. I mean, Godfrey, who is the English goalkeeper, is still keeping hold of that potential. 14 years of age, same as Bentley, who is 15 years of age. It looks like he could have potential to be special. I cannot wait for him to turn 16 so we can, promote him to the first team and send him out on loan. But look at some of the Croatian lads. Draskovic, his potential has declined a bit, but he's 65 rated, which is good. Ivkovic, who we have just promoted, is 62 rated. We have got Jankovic, who is looking like the star of the academy right now, 60 rated, but 88 to 94 potential. You've got Kasun, the other Croatian lad as well. I mean, they look so good, all of these players right now. Gordon is 17 years of age. At some point, he will ask to be promoted. I'm still not sure whether I want to do that or not, but Tom Healy, we could end up releasing him. I mean, 16 years of age now. He's still 50 rated. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. And we keep our excellent run of form going in the cup competition. As I've said, this is the priority for the board. They want us to get to the round of 16 in this competition, the FA Cup. Nico Williams has been in a good run of form, hasn't he, for Chelsea, especially in this competition anyway. Scanlon starts for us, making his debut here ever since we've brought him in on loan from Stuttgart. And you've got Adamson leading the way. Justin Davini starts as the most advanced midfielder for us in that number 10 position. Chelsea have gone strong in terms of just starting 11. They've got Nicholas Jackson up front. Of course, Nico Williams playing from the left-hand side. Cole Palmer is in the team as well. So you can see they're taking the FA Cup series. They're not taking this game for granted at all. And we've got to do exactly the same. Even though we have rotated in the cup games, we've looked quite strong. Especially that game against Arsenal, for example, it really gave us some confidence to go on in the run of form that we have been in right now in the league. Of course, we know, nice turn there from Williams, who finds Jackson. We know morale is everything in this year's game. That is a big chance for Chelsea. Off target, though. We try and play. Come on. Can we try and play this one out from the back? Maybe not a good idea, especially in the wet conditions here, but out wide to Jackson. Jackson on his left foot. The goalkeeper makes a big save. And by the way, Luke McGee starting in goal for us today. Our third choice goalkeeper. I've decided to give him a go here in this game against Chelsea. I mean, it depends on how far the game goes. If it gets closer to the penalty shooter stage or closer to the end of this game, if it needs to go to extra time, I might have to bring on Buckley. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. I was just talking about how I might need to rotate our goalkeeper if it looks like this game could go to penalty. I feel like Buckley is the better penalty goalkeeper, so I will make that change if we have to. But oh my God, Justin Davini will step up to take this one in the absence of Harvey Vale, and of course Richard Kone. The next best penalty taker is Justin Davini, on loan from Crystal Palace. He's stepped up here big time to get his first goal for us in the Tranmere Rovers shirt. Composed penalty there from the midfielder, isn't he? It's nice to take the lead against a team like Chelsea. It's only 34-minute play though, so there's still a lot to play for here in this game. But straight from kickoff, Chelsea on the attack. Nicholas Jackson, support from Williams, who is making the run on the inside. I want him to stay out wide. It's much easier to defend against players like that when they're out wide compared to when they come inside. But wow, that's an easy finish there. Such an easy goal to gift away. Easy goal to gift away to Chelsea. To be fair to them though, it was a nice build-up for that goal just before the end of the first half. But out wide here to Nico Williams. It's caused us a lot of troubles in this game, whether it's from out wide or making those inverted run inside of the pitch. It's caused us so many problems. But that's what I mean though. It's much better to defend against those sorts of players when they're out wide compared to in the middle. Substitutions here, freshen the team up a little bit. Henry Buckley, I said I was going to bring in Buckley at some point in this game if it feels like the game could go to penalties. I wasn't quite sure whether it will go straight into penalties after 90 minutes or whether it will be going to extra time, but I've made the change anyway, just in case. But out wide here to Justin Navini, who's been arguably our best player in this game, goes for the dink cross to the far side. Adamson attacking that one, but the Chelsea defense gets there first. Henry with the shot. Oh my God, what an introduction that could have been. That's it for the end of the game. It looks like it is going to extra time but not penalties. I thought it was going to be penalties initially, which is why we made that substitution to bring in Buckley earlier on. But yeah, extra time rather than penalties. We've got half an hour to play here, 15 minutes in both halves, and if we're still in the game, of course, it goes straight into penalties. I would rather win the game though in extra time. I do not want to take this one to penalties if we can. But out wide to Mulligan. Mulligan finds Adamson. Over the top, Adamson to Davini, who's made an excellent run. And my God, has he been so good in this game. I mean, he keeps on making that run all game. Just making the run past the striker. And it's paid off here as he gets his second goal for us today. That's it for the end of the game. 2-1 victory. Much deserved victory as well, I've got to say. We were the better team, especially in the second half and in extra time as well. Chelsea were the better team in the first half, but we did score that crucial goal in the first half, which, of course, it's helped us take the game into extra time. But we will move on to the next round of the FA Cup. What a performance. Come on. Well. Newcastle United. That was not written in the script. Newcastle are bottom of the Premier League. Well, not bottom, but third bottom in the Premier League right now. In the relegation places, they're 2 points behind Wolves. They have got a game in hand though, and they're 3 points behind ourselves going into what could be a relegation fight, relegation battle against the Jodies, against ourselves. Oh my goodness, I did not see that one coming, but fantastic win against Chelsea. Let's go straight to the next one here against Newcastle. Come on, the Rovers. I remember when we faced Manchester City and we saw the fixture list coming up where it was going to be Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle. At the time, I did say, City was probably one of the easier games in that list of fixtures coming up, and Newcastle was going to be one of the tougher games. And with the likes of Isak up front, they've got Gordon in the team, and Camavinga is in midfield as well. It's a very good Newcastle side, isn't he? Unlike Manchester City, who are much more predictable and like to do their attacking, like to attack from the middle of the pitch, Newcastle, on the other hand, are capable of going wide, and they're capable of attacking down the middle as well. That's a good start here to the game. Care game off target there. I mean, they're not predictable. They remind me of Liverpool in the game. This is the way they play. The fact that, oh, come on, second ball there, Charlie Webster. You can't do a little bit better there as Anthony Gordon puts Newcastle in front. We have to stop conceding goals like this, man. That second ball there from Charlie Webster, it's got to be a lot more aggressive in situations like that to win the ball back. And when you don't, you get punished. It's just so easy for Newcastle there. As soon as we don't win that second ball, we have to get one of the second centre-backs out of position. But Newcastle are dominating right now. After scoring that first goal, they're looking like the team that will go on and get the second there. Oh my God, excellent defending there. Vital interception. I believe that was from Charlie Savage, who was luckily for us, that would have been 2-0 down already. But out wide to Webster, we need a little bit of support here. Can we get it? Yes, we will. Here, Gibb. Has he got the pace? Have he got the strength to get away from his body? He has! Gibb! That is a situation where you've got to say, Incara Messi. Oh my God, that low center of gravity, man. Look at this. Just easy to get away from his man. And when he finds himself one-on-one with a goalkeeper, it's never in doubt. I mean, it was good to get that equalizer in the first half. The second half has been pretty much as expected. Ourselves defending with the low block and looking for every single opportunity to try and hit Newcastle on the break. We haven't been able to find it so far. But don't worry about the break when you can build up like this from the back. Out wide, there was no one in the box to put the cross in. We had to recycle possession back in midfield, and the pass to Charlie Webster. And what a finish! I can't believe it. To be 1-0 down against a decent Newcastle side and to turn it around as we have done, it's still not the end of the game, of course, but we have done quite well to be able to turn the game around this far. Oh, come on, Charlie Webster again! Charlie Webster again! It's just the next there, so easy. It's just that's a Meg. I'm sure that's a Meg. And Alexander Isak gets the second. That was a poor goal again to concede, man. Can we do something here, though, just before the end of the game? Harvey Vale, he went offside, Scanlon on the first time, but we had to recycle back. Oh, my goodness. That has gone through the legs of the goalkeeper, but there was no one there to tap your own. We could have just took the victory at the end of the game there. But it's still a good performance. I'll take the points against Newcastle, definitely. But the fact that we were 2-1 up going into the 70th minute, maybe we should have done a little bit better. But I'll take the points, definitely. And straight into the next game here then, it's on the City ground against Nottingham Forest. Are we going to be facing one of our very own Ian Robertson? Remember him 2 seasons ago? We sold him to Nottingham Forest, the player that have helped fund our new stadium, of course. Without that sale, I don't think we would be looking at a new stadium right now. Is he in the starting 11? No, he's not. He could be on the bench, though. Maybe at some point in this game, we will see him come on to have an impact for Nottingham Forest. But we keep the same back four again. Dekar starting as a left back. I mean, that back four has looked quite promising in terms of doing the job for us defensively. It's been a boring opening 35 minutes of this game. It's no surprise, though. We do know Nottingham Forest like to sit deep and absorb pressure. So far, it's been both teams just basically playing chess, a game of chess here so far. But excellent defending that time from Dekar, who's looked solid in that left-back position. That we need his pace at the back, by the way. Whether it's at left-back or whether it's at left centre-back, he's done quite well for us this season. At the moment, though, I'm happy with Kumetio starting in that left centre-back position for us. Lauritsen is going to hit it there from out wide. Oh, my goodness. That wasn't far away, you know. That was honestly not far away. Look at that. It was dipping as well. Not quite dipping enough as we would want. That is the end of the game. What a boring performance. I said that in the opening 35 minutes. It was basically both teams, you know, playing chess with each other. It happened for the remainder of the game. I can't remember any team getting a decent opportunity. Our best attempt was Lauritsen from outside the box, and that might just be the only highlight you get to see in this game. Now let's play one more game in today's episode then. It is against Brighton, I believe. Our next game coming up here, we will have to make a lot of changes going into this one. One thing we need to prioritize, though, moving forward is to, prioritize signing players that have got decent stamina, because it looks like a lot of the players in our team right now, they cannot play 2 games in a week, which is a little bit of a shame. Going into a game against Brighton, starting the likes of Scanlon, Adamson, not saying they're not good players. Ideally, you want to go with your preferred starting 11 for a game like this. It is not possible, though, so heavily rotated team here, but let's get into this one. We are unbeaten in our last 7 games. Can we make it 8 games in a row without a defeat here at Prenton Park against a very good Brighton side? I mean, that gives me a little bit of a confidence, the fact that we have rotated heavily in this game. Normally against a team like Brighton, I would panic a little bit more going with this starting 11. Frankie de Jong, by the way, has to be one of the most ridiculous signings that the AI makes. Always sign for Brighton, which is, it's crazy. And for a team like Brighton to be able to sign Frankie de Jong with his wages and the sort of money you would think about to sign him from Barcelona, one of the most unrealistic signings that you would see in the game. That's 1-0. Oh my goodness, he's missed it. That is one of the worst misses you will see ever. Oh my god, I wonder what the XG is for that one. It's incredible that we haven't conceded a goal there, But big tackle, we haven't looked in this game so far. 30 minutes in, it's John Girardi in possession. We know He can pretty much shoot from all angles. It's done well to battle back to win possession back, but guess who was there? It's, of course, Kumatio winning the ball back for us. We go long, we win the header. Can we get there the second ball yet again? We always tend to get there first on the first ball, but it's that second ball that we struggle to win all the time. Oh, that's a goal. What a big save from Bergstrom. It should have been 2-3-0 up already here for Brighton, to be fair. 39 minutes into the game. It's a little bit of a surprise that this one, it's still 0-0. Oh, that's a good ball on the inside. We can trust the Vini in possession as well. You know, it reminds me of Lauritsen to the extent where he's comfortable on the ball. His work rate as well is, by the way, underrated. And as we can see against Chelsea, he can pop up with a goal or two. Justin Davini inside to Adamson, who cuts into that left foot. Oh my goodness. This is going to be one of the biggest smash and grab you would ever see, because up until this point, Brighton have dominated this game. But Adamson on that left foot, what a finish. If he does, there's a player he reminds me of, by the way, Adamson. I'm not comparing him to this player at all. But in terms of the fact that he can finish with his left foot, he can finish with his right foot, like, you don't know which one is his weak foot. And that is Mason Greenwood, who unfortunately, with his personal life situation going on, playing for Marseille at the moment. But Brighton get the quick equaliser straight from kickoff. John Duran gets the equaliser for them. That is a shame. I mean, you play so well, you defend so well, but as soon as you score the goal, the AI just go down the other end and get the equaliser straight away. And Arthur Stewart is down there, which it's not looking good. Let's see how quick he gets up. But he's still down, and he's kept John Duran onside. But what a save from Bergstrom. How are we still in this game? Brighton should have scored 4 goals at least. Easy 4 goals they could have scored in this game. Oh, Bergstrom have kept us in it though. Oh, that's it. That is it. It's a 1-1 draw. Both combination of terrible finishing, bad misses, and of course brilliance from the goalkeeper have helped us end the points in this game. Cracking finish from Malcolm Adamson as well. Let's not forget. But I'll take the point in a game that we did not deserve to get the point on. It's still unbeaten. So then, guys, we will end today's episode here. Before we do, though, I'll sim the next few days just so we get the most up-to-date league standings there to finish today's episode. Arthur Stewart's injury from our last game as well. I hope it's nothing too serious. He's only out for 5 days. With Bruce shoulder, he's not going to be available for the City game. But straight after that, he should be back involved to first team football. But let's take a look at the league standings. Our next game, Manchester City, next episode in the 5th round of the FA Cup. We're doing quite well in the cup competitions, aren't we? We know we are in the finals of the Carabao Cup, which I believe it's going to be against Tottenham Hotspur at Wembley. So I'm looking forward to that one. But most importantly for us, in the league right now, we're 16th in the league. And we are 4 points, or 3 points rather, above Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are in the bottom 3. So we're not safe just yet. With 27 games played, we're only 3 points away from safety. Still a long way to go from now to the end of the season, but it looks like Leicester City are pretty much going to get relegated. Still a long way for Leeds United. They will have to, pick up a lot of form, a lot of momentum from now to the end of the season for Leeds United to stay up. Top of the league, it's Manchester City. We've got Arsenal and Spurs in 2nd place, and Arsenal in 3rd place there. The 2 North London teams are doing quite well in the Premier League this season. Chelsea just into the top 4 right now, and they've got a few points on the likes of Brighton. Manchester United at 8th in the league there. So we're not completely safe just yet, which, it's still a long way to go. A lot to play for as well from now to the end of the season. But I'm looking forward to that game against City, actually, in the next episode, which will be good for us. But let's take a look at the Premier League top goal scorers. You've got Fabio Silva leading the way for Tottenham. Erling Haaland there, Bukayo Saka. Jackson is in the top 4. Kudus have scored 11 goals for Liverpool. The likes of Benjamin Šeško and Garnacho for Manchester United. Do we have a player in the top 20? We do have Kone on 8 goals in 27 appearances. Not quite his prolific championship form, but he's doing quite well for us this season. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.